The media is absolutely losing its mind over this.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
They've given more coverage to that statement from Donald Trump than the 2 assassination attempts combined. There are Republicans, there are conservatives, there are people who support Donald Trump that keep wincing over this. But I have a different take. What if it was absolute political genius?
Let's get ready to rumble! You can't handle the truth.
Hi, I'm Pastor Marty. Welcome to the Afternoon Drive. Please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Once you are, smack the bell, click the word all. That will give you a notification of my rants, my ravings, my undeniably flawless reasonings. Please like and share this video. That's the way that we get the word out that we're here. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of the Afternoon Drive. Sorry, I couldn't resist. The media is losing its mind, saying this did not happen. This is an absolute fabrication by Donald Trump, and it's being gaslit by J.D. Vance. And the media just keeps bending over backwards to try to keep disproving this, despite the fact now that there are hundreds of people online who actually live in Springfield who are saying, this is absolutely true. We even have video clips of, well, what would trigger some and would be considered shocking video to others of this actually happening. That all said, 2 things. Number 1, they're losing their minds over this, but not over the crime that the illegal migrants are committing that are here. Inner city are losing their stores because of not just the continual shoplifting and theft, which, these blue cities have all developed this, no-fault bail, that basically it's a revolving door. As soon as they steal and get caught, they're right back out on the streets. And, stores like Walgreens, CVS, etc. have said, that's it. We're done in the inner city. We're done, we're done, we're done. You're not going to prosecute these people. You're just driving the prices up. You're forcing us to have to literally put everything behind a locked glass cabinet, forcing employees to have to, you want anything from a toothbrush to shampoo, it has to be unlocked and handed to you. This is ridiculous. We're not going to do business this way. And a lot of this is driven by the crime of illegal immigrants. You have California that was proposing to give illegal immigrants $150,000, to be able to go out and buy a home so they could become part of the American dream, according to Nancy Botox Pelosi. Thank God that Gavin Newsom, not because he was wanting to do the right thing, but he understands the expedient thing, and he knows this is a losing issue for the Democrats. Keep that in mind. Immigration is a losing issue for the Democrats. We have had people murdered, women that have been raped and abused, police officers that have been killed just sitting in their patrol car eating their lunch. The crime in these inner cities is through the roof because of these illegal immigrants who are here with nothing to do. They are overrunning the hotels. They are being given debit cards with thousands of dollars of free money that they have access to, and they are roaming the streets, and they are killing people with hammers, and they are shoving them off train platforms into the front of oncoming subways, etc., etc., etc. Media's not talking about that. They're not upset about that. They're upset that Donald Trump said they're eating the dogs.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Haitians are running into trash cans. They're running into buildings. They're running into, they flipping cars in the middle of the street. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them and eating them.
Haitians, and I'm not saying all of them, but some of them are literally like going to parks, you know, how we feed the ducks or whatever. They are taking ducks and cutting their heads off and taking them home to eat them, to cook them and eat them. They've been doing this to dogs. They've been doing it at Snyder Park with the ducks and the geese.
Not fun. This is not cool, bro. They really out here decapitating animals and y'all are making jokes out of it. Imagine if you went outside and you saw your dog's head decapitated. Now, like, are you, dude, why are y'all thinking this is a joke? It's not a joke.
I understand they're here under temporary protected status and you're protecting them, and I understand that our city services are overwhelmed and understaffed. But who's protecting us? If we're protecting them, who's protecting me? I want out of this town. I am sorry. Please give me a reason to stay.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
Culturally, they are. Now, they may not be realizing, some of them, that they are taking somebody's actual pet. It's not like they're walking up onto somebody's porch and taking a pet that way. See, that's how the Democrat city manager and how even Governor DeWine of Ohio, the rhino who pretends to be a conservative Republican, Governor DeWine, you know, that's how they, with a straight face, can look in the camera and say, there is no evidence that pets are being taken. Notice the wording of that. There's no evidence that pets are being taken. They didn't say there's no evidence that dogs and cats and ducks aren't being taken. What they're trying to imply there is they have no evidence that these migrants have gone up onto somebody's porch and taken a cat that was, you know, asleep on a rocking chair on the front porch. But we've got all kinds of video footage of them walking down the street. They see a cat up in a tree, you know, on a low-hanging limb. They just grab it. Well, there's no proof that that's someone's pet. See, that's what DeWiner means. That's what the city manager means. They're going into the parks. They're taking the ducks right out of the ponds in the parks. But they're also, if they find dogs and cats there in the park, they take them. In their mind, that's part of their culture. They're just hunting. You had Al Sharpton on Morning Schmuck with his pole dancing wife, Mika Brzezinski. These MAGA people talking about Haitians like this. People can't tell a black man from a Haitian, and black people are going to be the victim of crime and hate crime because they're going to be blamed for eating people's pets. I mean, you know, Al Sharpton is nothing but a race pimp and hustler. That's all he's ever been. And, you know, the only thing he's accomplished in his life other than, you know, grift is somehow, I don't know if he swallowed a tapeworm or has some type of debilitating disease, but, you know, the guy did manage to shed about 350 pounds. Good for him on that end of it. Other than that, you know, come on, Al. You had NPR that did an entire expose of trying to help middle America, small town America, i.e. Caucasian America, adjust to the browning of their communities, and that these people come with different cultures, different life experiences. And in that NPR documentary, the one thing they brought up was, well, they don't look at domesticated animals the same way we do. They do eat them. And I know for years was the standing joke that if a Chinese restaurant opened up in your neighborhood, that would be the end of stray dogs and cats. Now, you can say that is a prejudiced bias, but there was obviously some truth to it that got that started, and it kept feeding it and perpetuating it. And there have been stories where health officials have found frozen felines in meat lockers. Now, a lot of the owners of these places have said, we don't serve it to customers. That is for our use only. There are pictures, you used to be able to find them online, I'm sure that's been memory hold, that even stores like Walmart in China sell domesticated animals in the meat section of their stores. It's a cultural thing. And it can be explained that way, but the truth is, it is happening. Donald Trump wasn't wrong when he said that. He wasn't lying. They're lying when they say, we have no proof that the pets are being taken. No, what he really needed to say was we have no proof that dogs and cats are, but there's plenty of proof that that's actually happening. The second thing that I want to point out about this, immigration and the economy are, without a doubt, Kamala Harris's weakest issues. You know, she talks in these platitudes about, we're going to have an imagined new economy. It means nothing to anyone. Donald Trump is specific on the economy. People already know and trust Donald Trump on the economy, even Democrats. But Kamala's biggest weakness, personally, is the border because, like it or not, she was the border czar, and that is the way the media portrayed her. And people in this country do associate the border failures with Kamala. And Donald Trump saying they're eating the cats actually keeps reinstilling in the minds of the people, oh yeah, Kamala failed bad on the border. Even among liberals who find that statement, eating the dogs, offensive, it still reinforces, yeah, the border's bad. We all looked at that debate and we either came away with it was a tie or Kamala won on style, but overall Donald Trump had the substance that he was trying to get into, despite the fact that at times he took her bait and seemed very defensive because it was 3 against 1. And everybody had kind of the, Donald Trump failed to deliver the knockout blow. He failed to deliver the knockout blow. What if the knockout blow was they're eating the dogs? It's simple. Immediately, Libloons went into full meltdown and began to create memes trying to, boat anchor that statement to Donald Trump. And to their complete dismay, it backfired. It became viral. That is the viral moment of the debate. They're eating the dogs. There are rap songs out there about eating the dogs that were meant to be a way of exposing Donald Trump. And what it's done is it's taken on a life of its own online with hundreds of millions of views and shares, and that young people are rallying to this and they're making memes out of it and hashtags out of it, not because they disagree with Donald Trump, but because it clicked for them and they get it. And the media, who's supposed to be this professional media, that this is how they make their living, understanding the psyche of people and how what's presented in media affects them and causes them to do certain things in certain ways. They're supposed to be the professionals at this and understand the psychology of all this. And they don't understand that the more they keep talking about they're eating the dogs, that the more people are lining up with Donald Trump on this issue, and they're beside themselves and they can't help themselves. They keep talking about it because they want you to agree with them, and you don't. God said, I have chosen the simple things to confound the wise. And one thing Donald Trump understands is the simplicity of the American people to wrap their head around a soundbite. He gets it. He gets it. Can you imagine if they're eating the dogs is what is the final nail in the Kamala political coffin? Boom.